Big changes are happening at US embassies and consulates around the world, and some of them could actually make your immigration journey smoother. From new processes designed to speed up visa appointments, to expanded services in the Caribbean, there's a lot to look forward to, and a few developments you'll want to keep a close eye on. In this video, we're breaking down the most important updates, from Africa to the Caribbean, so you can stay informed, prepared, and one step ahead. In Ghana, the US Embassy in Accra is also making a change to improve the immigrant visa process. A new pre-screening system is being rolled out. What does that mean for applicants? If you have an upcoming immigrant visa interview, you'll now be required to attend a pre-screening appointment before the actual interview date. Applicants will receive appointment emails either from the National Visa Center, NVC, AVITS, or directly from US Embassy Accra. Be sure to read those instructions very carefully. This pre-screening is meant to help streamline the interview process and reduce backlogs caused by missing or incorrect documents. It's a smart move, but one that requires extra attention on your part. Let's jump to South Africa, where US diplomatic relations are at a breaking point. Have you heard about the proposal to rename Sandton Drive in Johannesburg after Leila Khaled? She's a Palestinian figure associated with airline hijackings in the 1970s, and this move has triggered a sharp response from US officials. The Trump administration has even threatened to close the US consulate in Johannesburg if the renaming proceeds. But this controversy is only part of a larger picture. The US has expelled South Africa's ambassador from Washington and frozen aid, citing ongoing disagreements over South Africa's stance on Israel, its land reform policies, and recent efforts to bring international legal action against Israel over the conflict in Gaza. So what does this mean for US citizens and visa applicants? If tensions continue to escalate, we could see delays, disruptions, or even shutdowns in visa and consular services. And for South Africans trying to immigrate or travel to the US, the political climate could make that process much more difficult in the months ahead. Now let's move to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. If you've been following the news, you'll know that the M23 rebel group has resumed attacks in eastern DRC, especially in the North Kivu province, displacing hundreds of thousands of civilians. These are not isolated incidents. Armed groups are clashing with government forces, and civilians are caught in the middle. The US Embassy in Kinshasa has responded by scaling back staff and suspending all non-emergency consular services. That includes visa processing. US citizens are being strongly urged to leave the country immediately. Ask yourself this. If you were in a place where the embassy couldn't help you in an emergency, would you be prepared? That's the reality right now in the DRC. For those trying to apply for a US visa or obtain any consular support, the situation is effectively frozen until things stabilize, and that could take time. And speaking of crisis zones, let's not forget about Haiti. As of early 2024, the US closed its embassy in Port-au-Prince and evacuated non-essential staff. Why? Because of extreme gang violence, political instability, and a complete breakdown in local governance. The embassy closure means no routine visa services, no in-country consular support, and no immigrant visa processing. A heartbreaking setback for Haitian families trying to reunite in the US or seek refuge. So if you're Haitian and seeking a visa, or a US citizen in Haiti needing assistance, your options are extremely limited right now, but you still have options. You can travel to another country to access services. In Nigeria, there's a major change coming for immigrant visa applicants. Starting January 2025, applicants at the US Consulate in Lagos will be required to attend two separate appointments, one for a document review and another for the visa interview. Why the change? Incomplete documentation has been causing serious delays. This two-step process is meant to cut down on wait times and help ensure your application is complete before your interview. But here's the thing, you'll need to plan ahead. Double the appointments means double the travel, logistics, and time. So if you're applying out of Lagos, get ready to adjust your timeline. Let's wrap things up with the Caribbean, where we're seeing a mix of progress and challenges. In Cuba, the U.S. Embassy in Havana has fully resumed immigrant visa processing, including some temporary work and exchange program visas. That's a big win for Cuban families hoping to reunite. But for tourist or business visas, like B1 or B2, services remain very limited. Many Cuban applicants are still being redirected to other U.S. embassies in third countries. Imagine the added expense and time that requires. In Jamaica, travel warnings have been a hot topic. Jamaican officials recently pushed back, saying U.S. travel advisories hurt tourism and don't reflect the country's true conditions. In response, Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced a plan to reassess travel advisories for Jamaica and other Caribbean nations. This also ties into broader concerns, like rising gang violence in Haiti and efforts to reduce the Caribbean's dependence on Venezuelan oil. Meanwhile, in the Turks and Caicos Islands, the U.S. Consular team visited Providenciales in March 2025 to offer passport and citizenship services. It's a great example of proactive outreach, especially in regions that don't have a full-time consulate. And finally, in Antigua and Barbuda, discussions are underway to open a new U.S. embassy. The goal? To strengthen diplomatic relations and provide more accessible services to residents throughout the Eastern Caribbean. If approved, this could dramatically improve visa and consular access in the region. So what do all these updates tell us? Global politics, local conflict, and diplomacy are directly shaping who can access U.S. immigration services and how easily they can do it. If you're applying for a visa, trying to reunite with family, or just need support from a U.S. embassy abroad, these are the types of issues that can impact your timeline, your strategy, and your outcome. But there are also process changes being implemented to help streamline the consular processing phase to help interviews move more smoothly. Have questions? Drop them in the comments. We're here to guide you through the process no matter where you are in the world. And if this video helped clarify things for you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it.